Hey, Jennifer here from the Mystic Vibe. Wanted to tap in and just really kind of go over the energy for March. When I was meditating with the new moon last night, I really felt the urge to pull some cards today, to kind of pull some cards today and talk about what I saw in meditation. And a lot of it was about the energy moving forward into March. Um, I got the feeling that it was a very fast moving energy that we're about to step into. The time where a lot of our intentions that we've kind of been putting in over the past year are really about to be set into motion, really about to kind of take action as we step into the new astrological year of moving into Aries season. So Pisces is really this buildup of putting in the intention, kind of resolving anything that was left on the table that we needed to kind of just tie up, really kind of tie up our loose ends as we move forward into and through the month of March. So I wanted to pull some cards and see if the energy is aligned with what I had in meditation. A stone that I meditated with yesterday was this quartz crystal. Really felt pulled to it for some reason. Really wanted to just tap in. So you may want to kind of work with quartz during the month of March also. Another stone that I felt really called towards was tourmaline. This is a piece of tourmaline that has a lot of mica going through it. You can see tourmaline is a really grounding stone that helps with protection. And also it kind of helps you to stay grounded whenever you're tapping into higher spiritual realms for manifestation. So like say you're manifesting money, it kind of keeps you grounded on the earthly realm to do what you need to do to keep your feet on the ground, to stay focused and diligent to move towards your efforts, you know what I mean, to get success. So that was another stone I worked with. So let's see what it has. All right. And then it's weird. Yesterday, I was driving home from work from a matrix job. You know what I mean? And so you know how, I don't know what it's called, but it's like I don't know what they call it. For I don't, the term escapes me, but basically you like shuffle through your playlist and it's like you seek divination through music, right? So you shuffle through your playlist and whatever song comes next, that's supposed to be the message for you, right? That you're supposed to receive from spirit. So it was funny because I was like, okay, I'm fixing to try that shit. So I was thinking about March and thinking about the energy. And mind you, all that day I had been kind of journaling about what I wanted to manifest and the type of person that I want to become. Instead of just saying the I ams or I am going to be, you know, when stating your intentions, I was kind of doing like I am the type of person who is going to manifest more clients in my business, who is going to take accountability for the things that I say and do, and the energy that I put out on this planet, like that kind of stuff. And so I've really been looking at manifesting um, for my business, for growing the Mystic Vibe. And it was so funny because I was like, okay, I'm fixing to try this. And so I hit shuffle, and the song that came up was Jay-Z and Kanye West, in Words in Paris. And so it was like, oh shit, ball so hard. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that as a sign that we're about to level up, we're about to grow, we're about to put things into action and really make a move forward. So you might want to try that. I don't really know what it's called. Like the term really escapes me. It's something like new age people do. But I don't know the name. But it's basically like you shuffle through your playlist and get signs or messages from spirit through music. So I thought that was funny. I wanted to share that with you. But all right, let's pull some cards on the energy of March. What does Spirit have to say about the energy of March? Okay, so right away, we got the Hangman. And the Hangman kind of tells me that in the month of March, this is us. This is looking at new ways of doing things and gaining a new perspective. Um, the ways of the old ways that we've been doing things have kind of got us stuck. But when we flip upside down and get a new perspective, it's like something is just instantly becomes illuminated. We instantly get new ideas, new downloads on ways to tackle whatever it is that we're facing. In finance, we're getting new ways to generate money, new strategies to accumulate wealth. In terms of healing, we're finding new modalities that really kind of speak to us and speak to our soul, our spirit, and tell us what we need to hear to be able to heal. Maybe we were going about exercising in one way, like we thought we needed to run all day, all day, all day, run and lift weights, run and lift weights. Well, now this Hangman energy is saying, well, maybe you need to switch gears, and maybe it's not running and lifting weights you need to do. Maybe it's walking in nature and doing yoga. Maybe that's what your spirit or your soul needs right now. So I think it's ways of looking at getting new downloads for the month ahead. In love, I think if you're in a relationship, I think maybe it's going to take a new way of looking at your partner, a new way of talking or communicating with your partner to really kind of level up and take your relationship to the next level. If it's a new partner that you're looking for, I think this is a person that is completely outside of what you normally go for, like outside of your type completely. I think that's what we get whenever we see the Hangman. With justice, this could be new contracts coming into place in the month of March that you may or may not be aware of. New business dealings, new proceedings that could come your way that can definitely shake up your world. With that new perspective and new way of looking at things, it could lead to new beginnings and a new way of balancing the emotions and balancing our thought to kind of move forward. And I think that when it's followed by the Tower card, which is next, I think that's telling us that basically if you don't jump on the train, you're going to be left behind. That's really what I'm hearing. Like if you don't look at new ways of doing things, you're going to be left in the dark because we're all kind of going through our own tower moment, but it's not necessarily a negative thing. I look at it as an energetic upgrade. So things are changing that no longer serve us. We're shaking the things that no longer serve us, and we're gaining new perspective. And that new perspective is what's going to lead us towards success. It's what's going to ground us. It's what's going to activate and open all the chakras that we need that were previously maybe blocked off or had stagnant energy in them. And I know that because the next card that the Tower is followed up by is the Star card. So we're talking wish fulfillment. We're talking yes to whatever question that you had regarding money, finances, career, love, relationship, spirituality. It's a yes. It's leveling up. It's gaining new perspective and balance, because I really think that the month of March is going to be asking us to dive deep into our intuition, activate those psychic abilities and those things that have kind of maybe been laying dormant to really open up and give you a new breath of fresh air. That's really what March is. I think we're like 3 weeks away from spring. So it's really kind of like cleaning out old energy and bringing in the breath of fresh air. That's really kind of the energy that I get off of the month of March and what we kind of need to focus on in the month of March. When I was talking about those energetic upgrades or downloads that we're getting from spirit, I think that, and I felt this too whenever I was meditating about March, is there's a certain electricity in the air that is really that it's activating new frequencies. That's the only way that I can describe it. It's bringing in, just ushering in this new energy, and this, well, the card is saying wildness, electricity. So it's kind of like really tapping into that feral spirit that you have, that's in all of us, that we may have kind of closed off because we needed to think, act, or conform to a certain way of behaving or carrying ourselves. And I think this is really asking you to tap into those primal feral instincts, and activate that electricity, turn on that power, that energy within you, to really kind of like unleash the fury. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I'm laughing because it's funny, but really just unleashing that pent up energy that we have, because I feel like March is going to be a very electric month. It's going to really push you and push your boundaries of what you thought you could obtain, and just kind of just blow that out of the water and show you that there's so much more out there. It's time to really level up. I think it's time for any of you writers, creators, content creators, influencers, thinkers, people that want to create something in this world. I think it's time for you now. Like, the doors are opening for you, because it's time for everyone to really kind of hear your voice, and for you to speak your word. And you'll see that in the card right here. And it's also the number 7. So I think this really is about speaking your word, being true to your word, opening up that throat chakra, and accepting what spirit has put in you, kind of like honoring your soul contract, is what I'm hearing. And really speaking your word in your voice, using your voice to say the things that you want to say that you may have been closed off or too timid or shy to say before. It's time to go ahead and say those now in the month of March. Let's get a spirit animal we want to work with in the month of March. What spirit animal are we calling towards in the month of March, or calling to in the month of March, that can help us, give us divine messages, downloads for what we need to hear in the month of March? Who's our spirit animal? See, it's all aligned. Okay, so the animal is the sea otter, and it's speaking about transformation. So yeah, what I was telling you with this hangman, this new way of looking at things, this tower moment, it's shaking up the old systems, the old ways we used to do things, and really moving into a new way of thinking, a new way of moving and navigating through life, right? And doing that, you're going to have your star moment. But it's really about transformation. So you may see sea otters on TV. Me personally, I'm not in a place where I can just randomly see a sea otter. So for you, it may be in pictures on the internet, or scrolling, and you see, like, Save the Planet or something, and you see a sea otter. That can be a sign for you, or seeing them on TV, or maybe you are in an area where you just randomly have sea otters. I don't know your life, but that's the animal that we need to focus on. And I think in doing that, seeing this fish jump out of water like that, it's really like when you transform and look at new ways of really carrying yourself and handling situations. I think it's going to bring abundance. It's going to bring a balance to your emotions. And I just think it's gonna bring about new opportunities. So think about, whenever you see a sea otter in the month of March, I want you to consider your surroundings, consider what you're thinking about at that moment, and really just ask for the answers, the divine answers of what it is that you're looking for. If you're looking for a new job, maybe it's asking spirit, okay, what best aligns with my purpose, my soul, to be able to feed my family, but also be happy in my job. And kind of think about that and meditate on that, and see what spirit guides you towards, because it's really about transforming and transformation, moving into a new space, maybe going against the grain of something you thought you would never do, but now you suddenly feel called to do that. I think that's what the month of March is really going to open up for you. And that's with the sea otter spirit. let's pull a moon card. Let's see what we get. This is the, what is this deck? It's the new Moonology deck. Here, I think I have the book down here. Yeah. Okay, so it's the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards by Yasmin Bolin. I really like her deck. I have her other deck, her Moonology deck, and then I picked this one up, and I like it. Plus, I like the artwork on it too. But let's pull and see what we get. Full moon in Sagittarius, and this talks about seeing the bigger picture. Yeah, so, okay, so this, I think, really is aligned with that hangman energy. It's about really seeing a new perspective. And I think that it goes with the hangman, because if you look, like, the moon is like illuminated, right? So, and the moon talks about the emotions and you know, the inner workings of yourself, right? And that feminine energy. But look, the hangman also has that same kind of halo around him. So I think that's really saying that, like, we need to see the bigger picture. We need to find a new way of looking at things because the old is no longer serving us. So that full moon in Sagittarius energy is really about seeing the bigger picture. Using that arrow, because Sagittarius is the archer, right? So using that arrow to kind of aim at your target and just be laser focused on what it is that you want to achieve. I think in March, if you can tap into and harness your focus, harness your energy towards one specific thing that you want to manifest, I think that it will come to you super fast. And aside from super fast, I think that it'll be just beyond your wildest dreams. Like, if you thought it was a 10, it's really about to be a 12. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of situation. I think we really need to look at the way that we were focusing and thinking about things before, because March is giving you a whole new perspective and way to look at it, and really about seeing the bigger picture. Another deck I picked up recently was this Forest Fae deck by Nadia Turner. I love this it's a little oracle card deck, and plus it's cute, like the little box, like, see. But if you don't know the box and you don't see the box, like, if you see anybody using these cards, that's what it is. It's the Forest Fae Oracle deck. So they give you little messages. So let's see what the Fae have to say. What the Fae have to say? Oh, bars? No, I'm just kidding. Let's see what the Fae has to say about any energy or spirit messages that we need to pick up on or focus on in the month of March. What the Fae have to say. Okay. Away we fly, take the cloud roads, delight in your imagination. See, it's cute too, right? All right, this is really, I think this has to speak to whatever, it sounds so cliche, but, like, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. You know what I mean? I think that's what it really speaks to. It speaks to stop being so grounded in the 3D and thinking that my matrix job is the only way that I can survive. I have to follow and conform to the norm of society. This is really telling you, tap in, like, really go and do the soul work to open up and understand what it is you want to achieve. Who do you want to be? Who is your soul telling you really are? I think that's really what it is. And you need to kind of fly away with that energy. It's time for you to really become who your soul signed up to be. If that's the best way that I can say it, is to really activate your imagination. I know kids, they have a wild imagination. Like, it doesn't matter what they think. Like, if they believe it, then that's what it is. And we as adults, we kind of lose that. We become jaded by life, jobs, heartbreak, relationships, bills, whatever the case may be. We become jaded by that, right? And it's time to tap back into your imagination and remember what it is that you want, that you came here to do on this planet. And March is going to open the door for you and allow you to do that. Let's get one more. Seed spells. Create your story. It is the most potent form of magic. See, that's what I was just saying. You see what happens when spirit, see, when you listen? All right. So, seed spells, create your story. It is the most potent form of magic. That's what I said. So, you get to design your own life. You create your own life. You create your own energy and what it is that you want to be in this life. And you go out and manifest that shit. So, stop thinking that you have to be or operate a certain kind of way just because everybody else is doing it. You need to tap into your own identity and your own individuality and become who you were meant to be. That's really the energy that I'm getting off of March. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. If you would like, and mind you, this is a general reading on the just the collective energy of March that I'm getting. So, if you feel called to want to get a personal reading for me, that's awesome. You can tap into my website. It is www.themysticvibe.com. You can book your reading there. Limited spots are available, but I have the quantity count on the background. So once they're sold out for the month, they're sold out. But go ahead and tap in and book your book your situation. Wow, book your appointment. And let's get you on the table so we can read some cards and look at your energy and see what March has in store for you. I also offer energy readings, spirit sessions if you want to talk about things, anything about spirit. Let me be your life coach for a minute. We can do that. Reiki healing. We could talk about crystals, or you can look at the crystals I have on my website. Everything is available there. So go to www.themysticvibe.com and check it out. You won't be disappointed. Oh, and sign up for, if you become a member of the Vibe Tribe. So if you become a member, you can kind of go in. I use your email address to send out little things like discounts off of readings, or to claim a free reading when I feel called to do things like that. So be sure to tap in and lock in, become a member of the Vibe Tribe. You won't miss it. It's where all the cool kids are. So yeah. Okay, well, that's all I have from Spirit, and that's all I have for the month of March. So I hope March is just blessing you beyond your wildest dreams, and I really hope that you get everything you want in life, because we all deserve it. Life has been hard enough, so it's time to really level up, and I hope that March does that for you. So thank you again for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the reading, and talk to you later. Bye.